his war on capitalism and private property and individual sovereignty and, all those things. And meanwhile, here we have today at the Daily Caller, former UN lead author, global warming caused by natural variations in climate. Ooh. Well, that drew my attention, like the other 1,000 articles that have been written over the years saying exactly the same thing. Global temperature change observed over the last 100 years or so is well within the natural variability of the last 8,000 years, according to a paper by a former Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change lead author. That's the IPCC, ladies and gentlemen, that was set up by the United Nations. Dr. Philip Lloyd, a South Africa-based physicist and climate researcher, examined ice core-based temperature data going back 8,000 years to gain perspective on the magnitude of global temperature changes over the 20th century. Let me stop myself right here. This is Obama saying, every reputable scientist agrees with him, except 30,000 of them who signed a petition saying they don't. And here we have one right here. Attention Coast Guard. What Floyd found was that the standard deviation of the temperature over the last 8,000 years was about 0.98 degrees Celsius. Higher than the 0.85 degrees climate scientists say the world has warmed over the last century. This suggests that while some portion of the temperature change observed in the 20th century was probably caused by greenhouse gases, there's a strong likelihood that the major portion was due to natural variations. Well, then I guess we can stop destroying ourselves. No. That's a key objective when you want to fundamentally transform, a.k.a. fundamentally destroy America. You cannot let actual science and knowledge and statistics get in your way. And Obama won't. The UN's IPCC claims that there's been 0.85 degrees Celsius of warming since the late 1800s, and concludes that most of this warming is due to human activity, mainly the burning of fossil fuels and changes in land use. The IPCC says that more than half of the observed increase in global average surface temperature from 1951 to 2010 have been created by human activity. But Lloyd's results hold. The IPCC may have to revise how much warming it attributes to mankind. In any case, its estimate of man-made and natural warming is still below the standard deviation for the last 8,000 years. In other words, it's crap. But no. We must destroy America. This means that warming is not very significant within the context of the Earth's recent climate history. Lloyd arrived at his conclusion after the differences in temperatures between all records, which are approximately a century apart, were determined after any trends in the data had been removed. Differences were close to normal distribution, he said. So here's what's going to happen. This guy has to be defunded, no monies whatsoever from any university or college, any government funding, no. And a lot of these guys survive on this. And if he has tenure, the other faculty needs to, shame him, shun him, as if it's the Salem witch trials, They've got to turn their back on him. No, we can't have lunch. Oh, can't have lunch with him. You know who he is? That's that guy Lloyd. He doesn't believe in climate change, global warming, man-made, and all the rest. Now, the guy's gone through 8,000 years of statistics. I don't mean written statistics. I mean acquired statistics, looking at ice and so forth and so on. What's Obama looked at? Nothing. This is the agenda. It's the agenda. This is the ideology. This is the abstraction. It doesn't matter. We must destroy America's capitalist system. Temperature or no temperature.